I'm Julie Geigle, International Psychic Medium, Trance Channeler for Archangel Metatron, and Awakened Healer. And you can find me over at juliegeigle.com and on Facebook at Psychic Medium Julie. And I don't think we have any classes or anything coming up this month. We've started our Lightworkers Mentorship Program, and it is amazing. And we won't be offering that again until either late fall or next year. So be sure to take a look at that over at Eventbrite if it's something that you're interested in, developing your psychic and mediumship gifts. Susan and I teach that class online together, and it's been pretty exciting. All right, well, we are going to just dive right into a beautiful trance channeling this morning with Archangel Metatron, and we're going to ask my girls to turn their videos off and mute themselves. Perfect, perfect. All right. So I'm going to have you just take 3 deep breaths with me as I move my camera. You can catch this live on YouTube. So I upload this after the show, and you can watch it live over there on YouTube. I believe my channel's Julie Geigle. All right, here we go. Welcome. I am Metatron, here in service to humanity. We welcome in the Pleiadians here joining us this beautiful day, creating a perfect space for healing. Open your heart to receive this beautiful transmission of light. Each week, the waves of light become stronger and more intense, preparing for the beautiful new moon this Saturday. Calling in your own spiritual team to assist you in determining where your energy is best spent for this week. For it is individual for each of you, yet it is collective as a whole as we gather here this morning. And your energy is best spent this week being prudent with your time and your money. Releasing and letting go of those fears that are holding you back. Oftentimes, you get stuck in illusions that do not serve you. You may receive a glimpse here and there of what your life could be, and then you allow your ego, the mental chatter in your mind, to believe the stories that it creates. Step out of your story of pain and fear of the unknown. Break free from those illusions. And rise up into your magnificence and glory as you prepare for Mercury retrograde coming next week. It often brings up things that you thought you have dealt with in the past. It is just another layer, another level of releasing and healing. Do not fight it. Do not be frustrated by it. Allow it to be what it needs to be. As you honor and recognize your emotions, your feelings, they will begin to dissolve and dissipate. They will no longer hold any power over you, and you will be free, full of joy, filled with the love that you are, and able to be present in your life and prudent with your time. And as social media has served a purpose here on your planet, bringing people closer together in communication and communion, it has also created problems in and of itself. Addictions to constantly be engaged with your phone, lest you miss a call or a message from someone. Again, this is where it's important for you to be aware of where you are spending your time during your day, so that it is not lost on activities that bring no value to your life. We encourage you to put your phones away where they are out of reach, at least for short periods of time during your day, so that you may truly focus on whatever task you have at hand. And as well, we encourage you to take a closer look and examine areas in your life where you can simplify. It could be as simple as eating out less, or shopping in different stores that are more cost effective. you would be surprised at how little you need to live. This week, we invite you to go inward, to simplify your time and become aware of any energy leaks that have been created. This is one way to prepare for the backward energy that is moving in. Open your heart and receive the exciting life you came here to live. I am Metatron, and I have spoken here this day. This is Julie Geigle, channeling Archangel Metatron. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Life on your earth is much like swimming in a river. When you enter, the water may be cold and can offer a bit of a shock to the overall system. But once you begin to swim, your body acclimates to the new environment. There are times the water is calm and the sunshine will reflect upon it, bringing a beautiful, healthy glow to your face as you float along. Then there are other times it appears to be calm, but there are nearby unseen eddies and whirlpools that can suck you deep within. Still, there will be times of exhilaration when the rapids bend and twist you around, only to gently make your way back to the subtle turns. Rarely, but it does happen, there will be enormous waterfalls you can hear in the distance. If you fight against these, you will surely lose. So you either must decide to surrender and gently make your way to the shore, or totally trust, surrender, and allow yourself to go with the current, hoping to stay at the very top of the falls. In reality, it is all unknown. We say this to you not to fear and live in fear, but to get back to the topic at hand of waste not, want not. For some things you control, and some things you do not. Many times in life, you must just surrender and not fight it. But we remind you of all you already have. In reality, everything, and we mean everything, you need, you already have. We repeat this. Everything you need, you already have. This is and always has been the way of it. But we still see you wasting these beautiful natural resources that are innate to your very being. You overthink. You overplan. You overworry. when in reality, you simply need to use what you have rather than worry about attaining more. If you are listening to this, you are part of the enlightened wave who feels deeply inside that there is more to your life than watching your nightly news, the newest reality show, or driving the fanciest car. You feel a deeper need to connect, and you know that when love leads the way, fear and the ego can no longer run the show. We see you know these things, but also realize how easy it is to fall back to the old ways. But you have worked and come far. Be patient with yourself as these changes occur. There is no need to look outside yourself, but rather we remind you to keep digging deep within, for the most precious gifts are buried truly in your own backyard. You are powerful pieces of the great divine source of all that is. It is more than remembering who you are. It is about using who you are. You are such a special and unique piece of the puzzle of the whole. No one can complete your piece in the way you can. You are special. You are needed. We need you, and others need you. But do not forget, you need you. Assess all the many amazing things that you have in your life right now. Stop. Slow down. Look around. Appreciate and be grateful. For this is where it all begins. Thank you. This is Susan Schuler, channeling Jacob from the Akashic Records. Up next is beautiful Terry Huberman, who will be channeling her team. Thank you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Angel Talk Tuesday. I am Terry. Nice to see all of you again on this beautiful Tuesday morning. I just wanted to reintroduce myself to you since I'm still new and I'm still getting my bearings. I am not only a psychic medium, but I'm also an IET practitioner. So I use the angelic realm in energy healings to transmute cellular DNA blocks. So I'm available for those private as well as the psychic readings remote or in person. And also just wanted to piggyback on Susan's I'm totally pre-Mercury retrograde phase here, shadow phase, our event that's coming up on March 24th. We're so excited about this. It's really high energy, high fun, and that's in Hollywood on March 24th. And I also have an intuition class that I teach as well, and that starts on the 25th of March. And you can find out all of this information on my website, which is terryhuberman.com. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with our channeling today. So just give me a moment here to tap in and log into my team, and we'll get ready. Here we go.
Welcome back. This is Julie Geigle with Angel Talk Tuesday, and we are going live on Facebook right now. So just getting all of that rolling here. Boom, there we are, live on Facebook. Okay, and we are live on Facebook right now. Welcome back, everyone. And this is Julie Geigle with Angel Talk Tuesday, and we have the beautiful Susan Schuler and Terry Huberman joining us this morning. Good morning, gals.
Good morning. Good morning.
Hello, hello.
Awesome. Just turning my mic up so I can hear you. All right, so if you see us on Facebook, stop, say hi. Please go ahead, post your name, what state you're in, send us some flowers, tell us what you loved about our channeling this morning, or what you know, what's going on this week in your life. Where is your energy best spent? So that's what we're talking about this morning. We just finished some live channeling over on our radio show at ohmtimes.com, ohmtimesradio.com. And this will be uploaded to our YouTube channel here shortly, and we will be giving away a free psychic reading at the end. So if you're joining us in our news feed over on Facebook, make sure you stop by and say hi. Go ahead and post your first name, what state you're from, and how can we help you this morning? How can we help you this morning? We are gearing up for Mercury retrograde, and I'm telling you, I can already feel it. How about you, girls?
Physically feeling it. Like, I can't even talk today. Like, I don't know. It is what it is.
Well,
right.
I think some of it's got to do with the fact that today's Monday and I feel kind of all off because we switched the day that we're doing that. So that's what I'm going to blame it on too, Terry, just so you know.
Oh, okay. Well, my tongue is tapped.
I'm blaming it on daylight savings time. Now, do you girls have daylight savings time over there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So that was a tough one this morning. Very, very tough. All right, let's go ahead and dive right in with Metatron's message. Susan, what came out there for where should we spend our energy this week? What was Metatron's thoughts?
Okay, I'm just going to give the quote that he said, oftentimes you get stuck in illusions that do not serve you. And he started off right there talking about the stories that we tell ourselves and that we embrace. And as I was listening to that, I of course, we always put it back on ourselves because that's the way the ego likes to do it. But it's so interesting when you think of all the stories that we've accepted as our truth. And it's almost like you do this all growing up. And then once you're sort of like in your 30s, then you spend the rest of your life trying to deprogram yourself. And I feel like I'm in the midst of deprogramming. And I know for personally, as a teacher and as a student, I always had learning issues. So for years, I thought I was dumb. And you know what I mean? And so it was a real major switch once I kind of stopped telling myself that story. And then I became a learning junkie. So, I mean, we have the potential to move forward. And I think that was very interesting. And that was just where he started off talking about that. Then, and I'd love to get into this, but I'm going to jump it over to Terry first, where he talks about phones too, because to me, that's such an important thing. So Terry, you can.
I was actually, you must be psychic because that's what I was going to bring up because I felt like, Metatron was like, yo, Terry, put that phone away. And all about how it is a new addiction. It is. And though social media does have its benefits of bringing and collecting and uniting people together, it also has brought up the addiction part. So people who do have addiction-oriented personalities anyways, well, here's just another numbing material. So, he was very strict with that, actually, and I kind of felt like he was talking to me. I'm just saying, I kind of like to post a lot on the Faces and the Instagram, but he was also talking about being focused and just take the focus and just deal with that. And then, you can kind of like figure everything else out, but focus.
Yeah. Yeah, and I have to say, I just started Marie Forleo's B School, and it's something I've wanted to do for 5 years, but it's a little pricey. And I finally just bit the bullet and did it this year. It's just been incredible. But one of the things she talks about is how to manage your time. And I know that's one area I really needed help with. And I didn't realize that I have a problem with my phone until I tried to do exactly that. I tried to like shut my phone off and shut everything down and just focus on one task. And my brain is programmed to be constantly checking that phone every 5 minutes. And my husband had said something, about watching TV. Can we just watch a 2-hour movie without you looking at your phone one time? And
Guilty.
literally, when Metatron said, put it in another room, it was like, I didn't think about that.
Damn you, Metatron.
I know. I mean, look at this day and age that we're in. I was just watching the news the other day. It said Facebook is their community down 34%. So we really do have a lot of new awareness on this social media addiction. And people are standing up and taking notice and saying, okay, hello, my name's Julie, and I'm addicted to my phone. Not even so much social media, but it's like, oh my gosh, what if I'm not available 24/7 for my children?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And Julie, if I can interject here, and it's not even our phones. Now everybody's wearing watches. They've got the cordless ear things. So when you're talking to them, you don't even know that they're tapped in and talking anymore. Because both their ears are plugged up, and then they're getting these little beeps and bops on there. It's just a matter of time before they stuff it in our heads. So,
Yeah, so that message rung deep for me too. Definitely time to unplug. And we are live on Facebook right now. We're looking to give away a free psychic medium reading for you. So if you're just tuning in right now, please be sure to stop by and say hi. Go ahead and post your first name, where you're from, and how can we help you this morning, this beautiful March morning, bright and early, because it's daylight savings time. We're all trying to get adjusted to that. We're going to jump into messages from Jacob. And Jacob is always, I love Jacob's analogies. I mean, I'm like, Metatron, I want you to do more of that. Life on Earth is much like swimming in an ocean. And honestly, Susan, I hope you do some tweetables with your channeling, because you really get it. Nail it. It may be a shock at first, but your body acclimates. So I really just enjoyed that analogy of, because that's really how I felt when I came into this body, that it was a shock. And it was like, oh, wait a minute, I changed my mind. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. This is not pleasant. Waste not, want not. Some things you control and some things you don't. So kind of like that serenity prayer, let go of what you can't control, because you can't control all of it. Good morning, Glenda, our beautiful Glenda. Thanks for joining us here. And everything you need, you already have. Jacob knows this is my all-time favorite quote. Everything you want and need, you already have and are. And going within. I think that was a theme that was talked about throughout, is that especially with the retrograde, it is about going within and taking a look at what do you have. This week, your energy really isn't spent on communing with other people, which we often find in a retrograde. It's more about going within and less about being social. But that was another theme today. It's like, you are your own best friend. You are your own, way. You don't need anything outside of yourself. You already have everything, all that beautiful love, all those beautiful gifts, everything that you need in this lifetime is within yourself. It's about unlocking that. Terry, any thoughts on Jacob?
Yeah, Jacob mentioned surrender a few times, and basically because we already have what we already have and who we already are, if we just surrender into it, we'll be able to remember that, right? And so it's our overthinking. He said we overthink, we overplan, and we overworry. And so that's where the surrender actually doesn't come in. So if we can kind of surrender into that, then we are not going to resist who we truly are, and we remember who we truly are, because the reality is that it's already there. We just have to get there.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I'm trying to multitask here. Susan, any thoughts on Jacob's channeling?
Well, on your multitasking, I'm always impressed, quite frankly, but that has nothing to do with Jacob. So, no, with Jacob.
Jacob might like it.
Yeah, really. No, I think it's really important, like what he talks about, with just being able to, totally lost my train of thought, you guys. Oh my God.
Mercury
Terry, this is
I know, I kid you not. And this is the perfect example, because Mercury retrograde, Mercury just wants us to slow down, review, and reflect. So we are living it for all of you guys out there. So
oh my God, this is like painful. I thought, it's bad enough that I'm middle-aged and my brain's
no. Welcome.
So I don't know, Julie, you're going to have to refresh me.
Okay, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to jump back in here.
It's all good.
Yeah. So keep digging, go within. Also loved how he said you are unique. There's nobody else out there like you. And it's your show. It is absolutely your show, and you can do it. You can do it.
I remembered something, Julie.
Oh, good. Go ahead.
The one thing that he did say that I wasn't particularly thrilled with, when he was giving the analogy about life being a river, and he said at the end about sometimes we hit waterfalls. Personally, I grew up near Niagara Falls, so when I think waterfalls, I think of a 200-foot waterfall with like huge horseshoe fall. I mean, just crazy. So that panics me a little bit, but I love the fact that he was saying about having to surrender into it, because there have been cases in Niagara Falls where people have gone on the top of the falls and landed and lived. So I guess it's to say that if you kind of go with it, you can make it out even something terrifying like that. Yeah.
Wow, that's a wow. Add another word to that. Wow, that's awesome craziness. All right, let's jump over to Terry's team. And Terry talked about the distortion of time and how we worship time. When we worship time, it creates blocks and resistance to our own flow. So she was really trying to help us, or her team was really trying to help us understand that, we are our worst enemy, that it is within our power. It isn't, because a lot of times, because I'm guilty of this, if I had more time, I could do this, that, and the other thing. Well, the bottom line is, as Terry's team pointed out, is that it's your own resistance. It's your own frustration. It's your own annoyance and irritation with yourself that keeps you stuck and blocks up that flow. So when you take a look at the time that you have, because we all have the same amount of hours every single day, and when you open up and accept, okay, that this is good, whatever I need to get done today, I will get done, and not get caught up into that frustration and fear, because that creates all that overwhelm. She said that really is the key to freedom in your life, is viewing those time schedules with acceptance and joy. Any thoughts, Susan?
You know, it's funny. The whole time that she was channeling, all I kept thinking was that conference that we went to where Catherine, who's a shaman, showed us how to open the book of time and to slow it down and to open it back. I can't tell you how frequently I do that. And the day that you and I were racing to get to the airport, I swear we had so much time. We had coffee, we had bagels, and it was all because we slowed down time. So to me, it also says that we can manipulate time too. So for those people who feel like they never have enough, and yes, it is in our head, but it's like we have so much more power over time than we realize.
Yeah, and just to clarify that, the technique Catherine taught us was very, very simple. You just imagine that your hands are time, the book of time, and if you want to expand that, you just open that and you spread your arms apart and ask that time be expanded for you. And I use this all the time and it really works. But the one thing, like she said too, don't forget to close it back up. If you are finding, things are taking forever, well, you probably expanded time and forgot to move it back into its original place. So,
and honestly, it's like, and you can speed it up too, because like when I'm on an airplane, I always speed it up, always.
Yep. And how do you speed it up?
You just do it the backward. You go backwards. You just say speed up. But you have to make sure that you slow it down as well, because if you don't, then everything's going to be moving too fast.
Too fast. Yeah. And so for me, I just imagine, time is like this and I want to speed it up. Yeah. I want to increase it. So this expands it and this slows it down. So expansion, contraction. Yeah. Does that make sense?
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Okay. We do have a question here in the chat room in our newsfeed. We have Shora, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, and she sent us a few emojis. Hi. What do you see about my love life? And her name is Shora, spelled Shore with an H on the end.
Oh, okay. Like Shora. Yeah.
Yep. And I'm going to pull a romance card. So if anybody has a thought before I'm ready, go ahead.
I'm going to pull a card too. Let's see.
Okay. So the card that comes up for you today, Shora, is getting to know each other. So I'm just seeing that right now, it's really about getting to know each other. Don't dive in too soon. Don't get things rolling too quickly. Again, it's that Mercury retrograde energy of just take a deep breath, slow down. So whether you're in a new relationship or you're in an existing relationship, it's time to get to know each other on a deeper level. All right, well, I can hear that beautiful music in my ear. That's all we have for you today, everyone. It's been a delight and a pleasure to work with you here this morning. If you're listening to this podcast right now, this is Julie Geigle, Susan Schuler, and Terry Huberman on Angel Talk Tuesday. You can follow us over on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. If you haven't yet, please go to our Apple Podcasts or YouTube and subscribe, rate, and review this episode. And don't forget to join us back here next week for a beautiful energy forecast. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, Al.